Hey everybody, it's Desiree. I was all prepared to go live on YouTube, but I didn't have enough subscribers to do that. Who knew? Guess that's what we'll be working towards. But what I wanted to do is first welcome everyone to today's live, today's episode. I am recording it live. It is Wednesday. And we're going to be talking about one of the biggest wedding planning mistakes that a lot of couples make. And it's simply waiting too long to book your vendors. If you want a stress-free, well-organized wedding, this is the most important step. I see it all the time. I can't even speak to how often it happens. Couples fall in love with a venue, a photographer, a DJ that someone else had in an event, but by the time they reach out, they're already booked. Today, I'm going to share some quick tips on how to lock in your dream vendors before it's too late. I want you to drop a hand, like raise your hand down in the comments if you're engaged or planning a wedding right now. If you don't do anything else, book these top 3 vendors first because they set the tone for your wedding and they're basically your priority list. Your venue. This helps you to determine your date and your overall guest count. Your wedding planner. We help guide your vision, help you with vendor selection, help you with your logistics. We basically take away all of the work so you can have all of the fun. And your photographer or your videographer, they capture your once-in-a-lifetime moments. If you don't have a good photographer, there's no proof that you had a good day. And here's a pro tip. Once you have those 3 locked in, everything else, your florals, your decor, the rest of your entertainment, it'll all fall into place. If you're currently getting married, what's the first vendor that you booked or that you plan to book? Drop it in the comments for me. The second step is don't just pick one option. Always have a backup. There has to be a number 1 and a number 2, right? Like if you love Del Fresco, do you also love Capital Grille? Maybe you have your top 2 in each of those categories. Great vendors book up really early, usually 12 to 18 months in advance during wedding season, especially in the DMV. So here's how to stay ahead of the game and get them locked in. Research and follow up with 3 to 5 vendors in each category and rank them by your preferences or by what you saw on their website or what you've experienced at someone else's event. Contact them immediately. Even if it's just a, hey, we're getting married in summer 2026 and you want to know what their availability is. And then, of course, have a few alternatives if your first 2 choices are already booked. Proactive couples tend to get the wedding of their dreams. Tell me now, what's the one vendor that you're struggling to find? Drop it in the chat and I'll give you some tips. I'll be happy to help. That's literally what I do. Your third tip, read your contracts carefully. Before you sign anything, read your contracts carefully and then read them again. Here are some red flags to watch out for. Hidden fees, setup, breakdown, travel. All of those things should be detailed in your contract, but they're not things that may have been in the forefront of your mind when you were budgeting. Strict cancellation policies. Make sure you understand refund or rebooking terms, and overtime charges. What happens if your event runs late or starts early? Here's a pro tip. Always ask for payment schedules and cancellation policies. Make sure that those are clear and in writing before you sign anything. Have you ever seen a crazy wedding clause or contract clause, if you've bought a house, anything like that? If so, share it in the comments. I am sure we've all seen some doozies. Here's a bonus tip for anybody that's currently engaged or planning a wedding. And a lot of this, even though I'm speaking primarily to weddings, it impacts all types of events, whether you're planning a baby shower, a milestone birthday, anything of that nature. If you really want to save some money, ask your vendors about off-peak discounts. I can't stress this enough. A Thursday wedding, a Sunday wedding, even a Friday evening, those dates can help you save so much money with your venue and a lot of your other vendors as well, because it's not peak time for them. Saturdays, all day. Busy, busy, busy. And it's going to cost you a premium. So ask about those off-peak days. Ask about when their non-peak season is, and see if you're not married to a specific date, or you just want to be a 2026 bride, but you don't particularly have a season. Ask them what their off-peak season is. And then ask about building packages, what services they offer that you can bundle together. If you are looking, here's a tip for you in the DMV. There's almost always a discount on Sundays. Ask those venues. They have them. Would you consider having your wedding on a day that isn't peak season? You know, it's not a Saturday. Think about it. Something to consider. It absolutely could save you money. I really, really hope that these tips helped you and that you see the benefit in securing your dream vendors early. It helps you to avoid any last-minute stress. It just helps to make the process go by so much smoother. I'm going to work to get my subscribers up so that I can go live in 2 weeks for our next segment, when we'll be talking about budgeting for your wedding, how to create your budget, how to create a budget that works for you, and how to avoid overspending. You don't want to miss that one. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I look forward to talking to you soon. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. Tell your friends about it and turn on that notification so that you can see when I do go live. I look forward to connecting with you. Bye.